What up, guys? Your boy Just King ZA. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yeah, man, on this video, we're gonna be talking about Cwecwe. I haven't talked about this case, the rape case of the young child, Cwecwe. So I'd like to talk about it on this video. So yeah, man, there's new developments, and the developments showed it's not really new, maybe a couple of days, that even the police minister, apologized to the principal, who was accused, of who was the, I think, prime suspect or something, of raping the child, the girl child, Cwecwe. And it seems that the man is innocent. So yeah, man, before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the platform so that the platform can grow. And yeah, man, a lot more videos that I'm going to be dropping. So it would really help if you guys subscribe to the channel, and we can grow the platform to more than, more than 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, subscribers. Yeah, so let's get straight into it. So basically, the mother came out and talked about the child being raped, and that caused a stir online, even internationally, and a lot of people, could not deal well with that news. And that was very, very unique case, where you find a white guy, old man, principal, being a suspect in the rape of a black young child. It really, really did not sound good, and in it not sounding good, it really caused a stir. It was one of those news that people could not ignore. Nobody could ignore what had happened to the young child. And if the principal was indeed behind it, it would have been one of the most unique stories, because every time when a child is raped, it's usually by some black guy, by some other guy, black guy, maybe even a foreigner. It was never, a situation where you'd find white people, and especially people who have some sort of position, like a principal. These are type of stories that you would hear about white people in their history, the type of things you'd hear about white people when it comes to their conquering of lands and all that, where they would rape women. It's not really something you would have seen recently. It's almost at a situation whereby things like rape and all that have been kind of like things we're seeing black people doing. So this was something that was very unique, was very, when you hear it for the first time, that's why it trended so much. When you hear it for the first time, it just sent shock waves. It triggered all the black people, and all the black people, not even just black people, everyone had to talk about it. That's why you saw it become a trend. So just imagine, white principal of a private school, I think it's a private school, a good school, rapes a very, very young child. That is breaking news. That is a top scandal. That is a scandal. So what happened is that when this whole thing happened, the principal fought back, and he was represented by AfroForum, and they fought back. They fought back these things, and to a point where they were saying, "No, we're not doing anything. We're not giving you DNA. We're not giving you anything." So I'm pretty sure that they couldn't believe that the guy couldn't believe that he's being something like this was being said of him. So that made him look very suspicious. But I think he later came to his senses, and they ended up doing the DNA test, I believe, and it came out that the DNA did not match, I'm not pretty sure. I didn't follow up that part. You guys can correct me. But I think he did do the DNA. And because right now at the end of it, it's showing that he has been proven not guilty, because the police minister has apologized and said, so it must be the fact that they've done their research, they've tested everything, and they found that the man is not involved. The man is not excuse me, let me adjust the lighting. The sun is coming out, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. So it showed that they couldn't find anything on the man. So which kind of brings, whichever way you look at this story, it really, really triggers people on all aspects. Because if this is not the case, then who raped the girl? Who raped the girl? What happened? And there's another question, if the rape actually happened, because we're in an age of situation whereby people, they can start a case, especially women, they can start a case and say you're raped. There was a father who, I believe it's a father who was accused of raping his own child by the child's mother, and that guy went and spent time in jail. I think he served his whole sentence. He served a long time in jail. And then after that, when he had served a long time, when the child grew up, the child came out to the police and whatever, and they stated that she was lying, and she was told by the mother to say those things. So those are just type. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying those are the type of developments now that people now have to consider. That what if, but that's just one side of it. Maybe the mother, maybe there's something there, or it could be another thing, that the child was raped by someone closer, someone near the family, someone at the school, someone else who people are not seeing, people are not aware of, and that now leads to further research that needs to be done, further investigation, more tougher investigation that needs to happen, if that's the case, So those could be the only two cases that are left. But I would like to believe that the mother wouldn't just start something like this for petty reasons when it didn't happen. No. So I would like to say people need to really research, further investigation needs to be done to ensure that whoever did this are caught, arrested, dealt with, so in this happening, that's literally the point of my video, that we need to really look at the alternatives, that what is the possibilities right now, because they said the teacher did it, so if the teacher did not do it, where does that leave us? I feel like now the pressure is on, and when the pressure is on, we need to bring out the guns now to make sure that there's justice for this young child. There must be justice for this young child. There must be. Information has to come out. We have to find everything. Sure, they've taken all the DNAs and everything of the child to make sure they have enough DNA to be able to test and see. So if this does not get solved, that will make another third alternative, that maybe the people have been found, but they are powerful enough to a point where they can make it disappear. They can get it to bribe the police, bribe the things, to make it delay, to make dockets disappear, to make whatever, because there's no way, that this type of things can, it would be something crazy. It would be something crazy if this was to happen. People shouted justice for Cwecwe. I believe that the people now should continue with their outrage. The outrage shouldn't stop just because that white man was found not guilty, and now, no, it should continue. Why should it continue? Because we need to do this for everyone. Needs to do this for their own child, for their own daughter, own son, to make sure that if anything like this can happen, the law should be capable enough